Good afternoon. I'm going to talk about the skin number 2. Injuries to the skin. Here is an extract from a medical website. Mechanical injuries to the skin are divided into those caused by a blunt force, such as a punch from a fist, and those caused by a sharp force, such as a knife. Injuries from blunt forces and abrasion, also called a graze or a scratch, is a superficial or in the surface injury involving only the epidermis, which has been removed by friction. A scratch is linear, as in fingernail scratches, whereas a graze involves a wider area, as in abrasion caused by dragging part of the body over a raw surface. A contusion, also called a bruise, is an injury that occurs when blood vessels in the skin are damaged. A laceration, also called a tear, is a wound involving both the dermis and epidermis. It is usually distinguished from penetrating or incisive wounds by its irregular edge and relative lack of bleeding. Injuries from sharp force. An incisive wound, also called a cut, is a break in the skin where the length of the wound on the surface is great than the depth of the wound. For example, a wound caused by a razor blade. The depth of the penetrating wound is greater than the superficial length of the wound. For example, a stab wound caused by a knife. Case report. Read the case report and compare it with the illustration. A 9-year-old boy presented to the accident and emergency department after he stumbled and fell while running in a wood. He had received a blow to the head from a rock and had been scratched by bushes. On examination, a vertical laceration 1 centimeter long was noted on the bridge of his nose, just right of the middle line. There were a number of superficial scratches on the right side of his forehead. His right upper lid was mildly contused. Source. The word sore is a popular term for many different types of skin lesions, especially of infected lesions. A pressure sore is a skin ulcer caused by pressure. For example, the pressure of laying in bed for long periods, also known as bed sore, or the cubitus ulcer. A cold sore is a lesion caused by herpes simplex. Thank you. Now I'm going to read the exercise. Write the corresponding medical term for the ordinary English words and say what kind of force is involved. Common word: bruise, cut, graze, scratch, stab wound, and tear. Medical term: contusion, incisive wound, abrasion, excoriation, puncture wound, laceration. Type of force: blunt force, sharp force, shearing force, sharp force, and blunt force. Choose the correct word to complete the description of the injuries shown in the illustration. There are scratches above the left eyebrow and one on the left side of the neck, and a contusion to the left side of the lower lip and tears to the left cheek. Write the description of the injuries shown in the illustration. This man has a single stab wound, puncture wound, on the left side of his chest and his shoulder. Complete the sentence. Frequent change of position are necessary in the immobile patient to prevent the development of the pressure ulcer. He had several stab wounds in the abdomen from the knife. He was knocked unconscious by a heavy blow to the head. The wounds were only superficial and required no treatment. Thank you. Ahora voy a leer los ejercicios en español. Escribe los términos médicos correspondientes a las palabras comunes para las heridas y di qué tipo de fuerza está involucrada. Palabra común: hematoma, corte, raspón, araño, arañazo, herida punzante y desgarro. Término médico: contusión, herida cortante, abrasión, excoriación, herida punzante y laceración. Tipo de fuerza: fuerza contundente, fuerza cortante, fuerza de fricción, fuerza cortante y fuerza contundente. Elige las palabras correctas para completar la descripción de las lesiones mostradas en la ilustración. Hay arañazos sobre la ceja izquierda y en el lado izquierdo del cuello, una contusión en el lado izquierdo del labio inferior y desgarros en la mejilla izquierda. Escribe una descripción de las lesiones mostradas en la ilustración. Es un hombre que tiene una única herida punzante tiene dos heridas punzantes por arma blanca, una en el lado izquierdo del pecho y también su hombro. Completa las oraciones. Cambios frecuentes de posición son necesarios en pacientes inmóviles para prevenir el desarrollo de úlceras por presión. Él tenía varias heridas por arma blanca en el abdomen. Fue noqueado y perdió el conocimiento por un golpe fuerte en la cabeza. Y las heridas eran solo superficiales y no requirieron tratamiento. Esto.